Hi, my name is Steve Shields. I'm the Associate Director for the Business-to-Business channel at Verizon Wireless. I handle the territories of Maine, New Hampshire, anything north and west of Boston. Essentially, I put together a project plan for UNH because Maine and New Hampshire were two markets in my territory that did not have year-over-year growth last year. I feel that was because of a couple of reasons. One being is that we're a national organization and we do everything as far as advertising on a national level. I look at Maine and New Hampshire as kind of a different market that are more local in nature, that you need to get more local into the community in order to really kind of penetrate those markets. Again, I take care of the business-to-business side, so the project, what it started to be and what it ended up being were a little bit different. The first priority was to identify business organizations and business groups, so that way that we can identify ways to partner with them, either at events, trade shows, guest speaker opportunities, also uncover advertising opportunities, whether it's billboards or newspapers or places like the New Hampshire Business Review or MyBiz, which is the business publication for Maine, and then to store it in some kind of database in order to be able to really kind of access that and update the information. When we first started looking at the project, it seemed to be harder to find the business organizations. We identified close to 50 organizations in Maine and in New Hampshire, but really kind of to drill down, it was getting kind of cumbersome. So with the help with the UNH team, what we ended up doing was really kind of concentrated on more of the database, because we really felt that we really needed to have a central place where we could access the information, put together a matrix in order to rate the events or the partnerships in order to be able to make the decisions on where to invest in the next coming year and the year after, to have more of an overall game plan for the markets. So we developed a database, or they developed a database, which I'm going to be putting on our shared drive, so all of my sales reps and my managers have access to it. We're able to update it on a real-time basis in order to really kind of try to make decisions on what events are positive, which events we shouldn't do again in the future, and what events we want to try in the coming years.
So first, when we looked at the Verizon project, it looked like a marketing effort more than anything else. Verizon wanted to brand themselves more in the New Hampshire and Maine communities, the state. So we started looking at opportunities for Verizon in both states. What we found out is that Verizon didn't really have this information with them. So that's when Matt and I sat down and we talked with Professor Short, and we came up with the idea of a database and putting all this information together. So from now on, Verizon can look at all this information. They have a way to know, these are the markets that we want to target. These are the part of Maine and New Hampshire that we need to go after. And here's the information, how we're going to do it. These are the events that are going to be happening pretty soon, and we should be involved. At first, Verizon didn't have this information, so we thought it was the first step to getting this project going was to create this database, and basically that's what we put our efforts into this past semester.
I think throughout the course of this project we learned a couple valuable lessons. One is that when you start a project, you never really know what to expect throughout the whole course of the project. The second thing, I think, and more importantly, is that I think we learned that you really do need data to help support any business decision, especially when it comes to financials decisions. Our database that we built for Verizon is going to help them organize all these events into one centralized location and help Steve allocate his money to the best of his ability, backed by data.
Another aspect that I'm going to take away from the project is that I'm not going to be so reactionary. It's not going to be a knee-jerk reaction on what events we go to or what events that we attend. It's not going to be based on whatever rep or whatever manager raises their hand or screams the loudest in order to get the funding for a project. It's going to be more analytical, that we're going to be able to take a look at what's out there for the full year in order to make those decisions prior to the event happening, and not just that, this event's coming up next week, let's run with it. Instead, it's going to be, is this event going to be our most cost effective and have our best return on investment? Because at this point, right now we're being more reactionary, but having a central database, identifying the opportunities is going to give us a lot, I think, more of a systematic approach on what we do and how we do it.